hardcore practice round. That one. And open to alright. Ooh, dad, doggy. Oh yeah, he is mad. He is mad. Ow! Oh, that's a lot of damage. Okay, you win, you win, you win. The odds are even now. Hey, don't ask where your dad went. He went off to get milk. Okay. Bird. Hello there. It'd actually be faster if I had a little bit of a choppy device. Alright, so why the heck am I making this video? I felt obliged to make a video. Video done. Why am I actually making this video? That I just said reason number one. Reason number two, my channel is dead. It's just humiliating. Yeah, my channel's dead. I kind of don't want it to be dead. This could be a potential career in the future. If not, get into the mechanical industry. So what exactly has been going on that has had me just not upload on my channel for however many months? I haven't checked. It was 6? Also, I will tell you right now that it's not because I'm like extraordinarily busy. It's because I just suck at YouTube. I have no excuse for this. Plant these over here where they're out of the way and I cannot run into them. The reason why I have not been uploading is because I just don't have the motivation to like edit videos. I mean, I record videos just fine, but it's the editing part that I get demotivated at, and it's probably because I record videos of like really long duration and I want to have like the high quality videos and stuff, but then I realized I have 20 subscribers. My most recent video only got 100 views. Nobody's looking at my videos for quality. They're looking at it for I don't know why the heck you're watching my videos. You should subscribe though. That was a smooth transition, admit that. So and my axe is broken. Alright, awesome sauce. So, why are there tropical fish here? What biome is this? Tropical fish spawn in taigas. What? What? Oh, look at that. Look, that terrain. I keep falling underwater. Can't get good shots of the generation if the screen keeps. What biome is this? My mini HUD's not working. What happened? And my mini HUD settings got reset. Wonderful. Oh, that's oddly convenient. Let me put this fire out. Really, it was wood to put out a wood fire. I'm gonna leave that tree be. It's a survivor. Wait, what? Why am I allowed to do that? Ow. I'm realizing it's nighttime and I don't have a way to sleep, so I'm gonna have to like hide out somewhere. What better place than my destination? Why is it a full moon? Oh, that means slime spot. Oh, that's a skeleton. And I have no iron. And I'm at half health. But I want to pick a fight. I want to get bones for that one dog over there. Oh, he's after me. Okay, I should be able to kill him with 2 crits. Or 1 creeper. Oh. Shoot, give me a record. Ow! Oh, jeez. Why is that zombie after me? That's not nice. And nope. What? Oh, yep. Awesome. Great playthrough. Can it craft a crafting table? Okay, well, I'm nearly dead. Let's talk about our sponsor, which is me. I have 20 subscribers. Nobody's sending me sponsorship emails. If I had a ranged weapon, that'd be great, but I don't. Okay, I guess I'm living here for the rest of the run. I'm scoping out that iron right there. Now we create a chest. And what do we do with this chest? Bury it. And then we craft a stone pickaxe and a stone axe. Now I've heard from the speedrunning community that you need 7 iron in order to do your speedrunning. You don't only need 7 iron. That's the plot twist. You also need skill. Skill, which I lack. I mean, let me just pull up a screenshot of my stats from GeekSMP. That's the place where I built that labyrinth. Oh, take a look at that. Let's grab my stats from my alt account on that SMP. Oh yeah, that's awesome sauce. Oh, and also take a look at my status from this other server. Yep. And take a look at my stats from my creative world. Needless to say, I have lots of skill, trust me. Hey, how did I not kill you? I'm drowning. That's a cool mountain, you know what? I'll say it, that's a cool mountain. There's a lava pool there that I could use for malicious purposes. And you know what? Here's what I'm gonna say. Home is where the boat is. Home is where the boat is, and the boat's gonna be at the top of that mountain right there. But first, I need iron. Fish. Give me that stuff for the bucket. I got sidetracked after the night, and then I just started not doing any commentary. So I'm going to do a little bit of yapping whilst I scale this mountain. I haven't seen a sheep recently. Fate just loves to prove me wrong, don't it? I'm not delaying. I'm sleeping now. Your height is next, man. I keep my promises. Bed. Yay! Now I need to chop a bunch of these. Alright, commentary starts now. It is official. The commentary starts now. In case y'all haven't figured out by my channel name, I am Euthymentous, or great search. Ooh, doggy. I gave you 3 bones! Stop killing the sheep! Let me tame you! Thank you. Can I get a pack? First, okay, see, there's a difference between you and him. I got him first try. I took you 5 to get you. What's wrong with you? You know, just for that, I gotta keep track of which ones you're the one. You're the good guy. You come over here. Come with me. I'm gonna find you a flower. Oh, flower. It's red. His color's already red. Wait, hold on, I'm dumb. You get a white collar because it took you so many bones to feed you. Alright, now starts the commentary. I have recently gotten out of school this year. Yay! My freshman year is over, and this year was a bit of an interesting one because I went to a whole new school, which kind of makes sense. I mean, that's what would happen if you went to high school. So high school was very interesting. I started high school with okay, I don't know how to say it, so I'll just say random. You stay in the boat forever. So I'm gonna get some of this iron cooking while I yap. Well, my freshman year was split into 2 semesters. I don't know if that's the same for every school, which means I had 2 report cards over the year. My report cards, well, they weren't bad. They weren't the best, but they weren't bad. The school I went to high school has some really high expectations of its students. As in, the expectations are if you have a C on your report card, you're doing something wrong. From what I've heard, C is generally considered average. Nope. My kill. Oh, come on. These wolves are just killing every sheep in the area, I swear. Oh, there's a sheep. I gotta make sure it's safe. Another life saved. I dubbed the plank sheep. Right, so first semester, I had 6 classes and 8 periods. I may be wondering, what 8 periods and 6 classes? That doesn't make any sense. You have like 2 extra classes that you're not talking about? No, I had 2 off periods, which is basically just a period where you can do whatever you want. It's like lunch, except there's no food. And I had probably I had like the best pair of off periods I could have. I had 1 off period at the beginning of the day and 1 off period at the end of the day. So I could show up to school late and leave early. Nobody cares what you do during an off period. Technically, my first class is like math class, and math class is a pretty interesting class. I was in an honors math class, and it's basically, so take your regular math class where you do your homework at home and you learn at school. Okay, flip that around. That timing could not have been better. That's an honors class in a nutshell, and for some reason, not all my honors classes were like that. I had like, At this school, every class is an honors class. I'm not sure why, but I'm not complaining because it has really positive impacts on your GPA. If you get an A, normally it would give you a 4, but since it's an honors class, you get a 4.5, which is wonderful for my GPA because I did really well in my classes, surprisingly. Okay, I'm kind of contemplating. Do I want a cobblestone floor? Like, do I want to build my house with a cobblestone floor, or do I want to build my house with a plank floor? You know what? Both is good. Both is good. So math class, first semester, just regular math, really. I learned trigonometry, learned a whole lot about quadratics, like way too much about quadratics. Spent like 2 months learning quadratics. So first class of math, and then right after math class, I had biology. Now biology was never a class I really liked, primarily for the reason that I had already learned biology. Not in the way you think. I wasn't retaking the class somehow. The lesson plan for biology was the exact same as the lesson plan from like 7th grade science class. No, I'm not talking about like, oh, we just learned similar stuff. No, I'm talking like it was word for word the same. Same order, same topic, same stuff. It was the exact same lesson plan. I didn't really have the best time in science in 7th grade. I mean, it was okay, but yeah, it's science. I'm not a really big science guy. So, I had to learn the same lesson plan twice. I'm gonna call my biology teacher Miss Biology. Creativity at its finest right there. You should subscribe for that. That's the second time I've plugged the subscribe button. I'm doing very well as a YouTuber. So first day of biology, well, before biology happened, Miss Biology required that for her class, we needed to have a little something called a composition notebook. For those who don't know, a composition notebook is like a regular spiral notebook, except 20 times worse. They're smaller, they don't have as many lines to write on, they curve for some reason. Writing on them's annoying, because it's like writing an actual book instead of just writing on a clipboard. The most annoying part is, by far, is that when you open them, they don't stay flat! They curve, they have curvature, so whereas you only had to dedicate, like, you just had like one hand writing and the other, like, I don't know, holding the thing in place so that when you're writing it doesn't like run away on you. Now you gotta dedicate that hand that's preventing it from writing away to flattening out the book. So your hand covers half the page all the time. And it's just why? And she required this, so well, I got my composition notebook. But I decided, you know what, I'm gonna ask why is it required. Little did I know that this would make me have a name for myself as the person who questioned Miss Biology. First day of class, I'm like, why do I need to have a composition notebook specifically? Why can't I just have a spiral notebook? And I kid you not, this is what came out of her mouth. The spiral notebook will tear up all the stuff will tear up all the other stuff in your bag. I'm like, excuse me, what? She told me that the spiral notebook would tear up like all the other pages and paperwork in the bag. I'm like, have you ever used a spiral notebook before? I didn't actually say that, but I mean, I kind of wanted to. I said something else. Composition notebooks are annoying. Spiral notebooks don't really tear up the pages in the bag, and I'm pretty sure that Miss Biology was like, I think I just made an enemy today. I stood up to my biology teacher going like, these composition notebooks are kind of dumb, and surprisingly, I don't know how this happened, but we were on good terms by the end of the year, surprisingly, which I don't know how it worked out, but it worked out. Made amends, I guess. I'm gonna stop yapping about biology. Next class was something about Spanish. Now, I actually had Spanish before, but I have a little thing called executive functioning problems. I suck at something called executive functioning. I'm not entirely sure what the implications of that are, but my takeaway from it is that I'm really just slow and distracted, very, very distracted. Like whenever I have to do math, I get that some people can just like in their head go like, Oh, what's 8 times 8? Oh, yeah, that's 64. Just like instantly, like just snap. All right, time to build a house. Now, what house do I want to build?
12 seconds later.
Yeah, I like that. That's a game plan. That right there is a game plan. Spanish class. I had already taken Spanish class in middle school, but I never actually finished Spanish class. I dropped out of Spanish class in middle school. Every day in middle school, I'd come home and then just work on homework. I'd spend the whole evening working on homework, then I'd go to bed. And that would be middle school. My mom was a little bit concerned about it. Eventually, the work was very much up there, and I couldn't really keep up too well. So I decided to drop Spanish so that I could, work on other stuff. I joined an art class instead, but just joined an art class in the middle of that quarter. That was my old school. We didn't have semesters; we had quarters. So instead of a year being divided in half, it was divided into quarters. Still had 2 report cards though. So yeah, I went back to Spanish, and a lot of the Spanish that I learned from my old Spanish teacher's class, it stuck with me, I guess is what you could say. So I ended up doing like really well at the beginning of that class. Like I dropped Spanish in middle school like in the 3rd quarter, so I went like 3 quarters through that class before I dropped out. Yeah, it was easy. It was a cakewalk. My shovel! This period, first semester, something about fitness. You're required to take some degree of fitness. Why am I digging this out? I should fill this. I was required to have a year of PE to take, or else I could not graduate. I took fitness on 5th period. Fitness was... yeah, nothing really crazy happened in fitness. Next class was something that I still regret taking to this day, AP Human Geography. Give it up for the worst class ever. Woo! Yeah. Yeah, this class sucked. The TLDR of this class was lots of work, not much free time. In this class, you were expected to just be working. Like, a lot. My shovel! Every unit, the class was divided into like 7 units. Every unit of this class, we would have to... Let me make some of these. Every unit, we would have to compose together some degree of notes. We were given a textbook at the beginning of the year. We were supposed to take notes based off a bunch of pages in the book, and that was one of the things that I did not enjoy about that class. I forgot pretty much everything from those reading notes. My AP class is set up a lot like, an actual college class. My teacher, I'll call him Mr. Recline because of his teaching style. No hate to Mr. Recline, by the way. He's a pretty chill dude. Just puts on a lot of work in that class. Every day in a class, almost every day actually, not every day, but almost every day, we would walk in and we would sit down at our desks and bust out our notebooks, computers, whatever we used to take notes, and then listen to this guy lecture for half an hour. I'm getting that's the gist of like a lot of college classes. You just listen to a guy's lecture and then take notes maybe if you want to. And then we do some like assignment in class, which would just be some random thing. That was Mr. Recline's class in a nutshell. AP Human Geography. We do lectures and tests in his class. I didn't do terribly well on. So I got like C's and D's on his test, which D's sound bad, C's sound maybe okay if you're a regular person, but remember the school has high expectations. That was terrible. That was like really morale dampening for me, and that just like destroyed what fraction of my ego I had left. My next class was with someone that I'm going to call Mr. Books. Mr. Books, yeah. Guess what the class was about. So yeah, interesting thing about that class, English class. I've always been an English nerd. Well, I'm just a nerd in general, but I've always been like some sort of like English nut because I I like English class. English class is one of my favorite classes by miles. I had like really high hopes for this class because, you know, English class, good class. I like English class. I have my expectations set high for my good class after spending 3 years with one really good English teacher in middle school. But right, besides the point, we're not talking about middle school English teacher. We're talking about Mr. Books here. And Mr. Books was completely different from my middle school English teacher. Radically different. Mr. Books, this is his first year teaching at my school. I don't know how many years he's been teaching before that. I didn't catch that detail. But Mr. Books, really laid back teacher. As in, like, super duper laid back. You could go to his class and you could chew gum and he'd be like, well, as long as it's not burning the school down. He was that relaxed. He quickly became one of my favorite teachers. But I was a little bit confused about his lesson plan. Basically, the part that I was confused about was grammar. Not in the sense of, yeah, grammar, pretty much. Just straight up grammar. My axe. I need to make a new axe. I'm gonna get like a couple stacks of logs. That should do well. So he was teaching grammar, which I found pretty strange. Just like, wait, we're high schoolers. Why is grammar being taught to us? This wasn't his lesson plan. This was somebody else's lesson plan that he was just teaching. Mr. Books taught her lesson plan throughout the entire year. Her lesson plan consisted of teaching her students the basics of grammar. Teaching her students that are freshmen and 8th graders who have likely written multiple essays in their time and done many other English-related stuff. The basics of grammar. I kid you not. Some of the students actually needed this. Ow. Oh, shoot. We started out the year by doing, by analyzing this book called The Odyssey by Homer. And it consisted of reading this book and then making an essay relating to this book. And the essay is pretty simple, just analyzing the Odyssey in terms of something called the monomyth, which is basically just hero's journey. We've all seen it, we've all heard it. I don't need to explain the hero's journey. We had to look at one story and the Odyssey and compare and contrast them through the lens of hero's journey. Hero's journey I chose was, I can't exactly, hold on, I'm actually going to have to check what hero's journey I chose. Give me a moment.
12 seconds.
I chose Ratatouille. I compared an epic adventure about slaying monsters with a rat that can cook. And I came with some pretty freaking good comparisons too, which was quite interesting. So that first essay about that was basically just to test how good your grammar was. And Mr. Books decided to grade the essay based on how he would grade an essay at the end of the year. So we weren't going to be graded on like a smooth curve up, going like, oh yeah, this is what I expect of your skill, and are you meeting this skill? If you are, you're getting a good grade. No, he was just like, this is what I expect of you at the end of the year. If you do not have this, you're not getting a good grade. Thankfully, he offered corrections and a lot of consultation, so we could get a better grade on that. So you wouldn't be absolutely demolished by that one essay. I need to go back before it gets dark. What was I talking about again? I don't know. I got distracted by making a house. My axe. Psych, I have another one. Can't screw me over that easy. Okay, maybe you can. Pity's sake, let me up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Get your butt over here. Why? Okay, only one of you is allowed to sit in the boat. Why? Why? What? No. No, illegal. Kids on that exam did not do too well on the essay. They didn't do too well on the essay. So, we end up transitioning into grammar lessons. Guess what the first thing we learned was? Parts of speech. That's nouns, adjectives, verbs, adverbs, stuff like that. Now, for the record, I kinda sorta learned that in kindergarten. I think I might have had a slight bit of background knowledge when it came to this. So English class, we spent a good portion of it learning grammar. And that would be the end of my class list. So I'm gonna stop talking about my freshman year and start talking about summer. What plans do I have for summer? I plan on making some videos, like actual videos, so I can revive this channel that is more dead than my future. And that's my plans include making more videos, trying to revive this channel. New videos soon, probably also on this practice hardcore world. Don't expect it to last. I'm probably gonna die here. Anyway, that's the video. Okay, bye.